The invoice dispute period is one of the most overlooked and underutilized provisions in any customer agreement. Here's the typical situation that happens to almost every business owner at least once. A customer engages your business for a service. The customer pays on time at first. After several months, however, the customer begins paying you late and then not at all. You make phone calls, you send emails, little to no response. You finally hire an attorney, and Emma, for example, sends a formal demand letter. The customer responds, and with a vengeance, listing all the reasons why she or he shouldn't have to pay you. You didn't do all the work performed. You wasted the work you did wasn't very good. They couldn't use your deliverables, and so on. Now you're thinking, if you didn't like our work, why didn't you mention that before we hired an attorney to send a formal demand letter? Sounds kind of convenient. An invoice dispute period would have prevented that. With an invoice dispute provision, the customer agrees that if it has an issue with any deliverable listed in your invoice, the customer will notify you in writing within 15 days of receiving the invoice. Otherwise, your invoice is deemed correct. Emma, we occasionally have customers that don't pay us.
Correct.
And in our agreement, do we have an invoice dispute period?
Yep.
And then do they pay?
Yep.
Absolutely. Exactly. Now let's go back to the example. Your customer responds to the formal demand letter by listing all the reasons why he or she shouldn't pay you. By including the invoice dispute provision, your position is now simple. Did the customer send you something in writing 15 days after receiving your invoice, listing the issues they had with your services? Of course not, because the customer has been ghosting you. Your customer now must pay what's owed. Want to include an invoice dispute provision in your customer agreement? We can help. Reach out to nprimelegal.com to schedule a strategy session, and don't hesitate to download our customer checklist, which includes the 10 most often ignored and overlooked provisions that should be in every customer agreement.